been around from the time of the Roman Empire, sort of. They always wore things around their neck. The necktie that we know nowadays probably wasn't used until about the 20th century. People have been using it to look more professional, and I always wanted to learn how to do it myself. I'd always try to watch my dad, but his arms would just be flying all over the place, and I would not be able to understand a thing that was going on. So I did what any American would do nowadays. I used Google. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the 4 steps to tying a half Windsor knot that I learned off the internet. First step is putting the collar up. Second step is tying the knot itself. Third step is to check and repeat throughout. And the fourth step is to put the collar back down and double check to make sure everything looks good. So the first part is to turn the collar up. Obviously this is necessary because the tie goes underneath the collar. Then you put the tie around your neck like so, and you make sure that the wider side is quite a bit lower than the left side, or the skinny side. After that, you go to tie the knot itself. To start off, you fold the larger side around to the top of the skinny side, and then after that, you always make sure that you hold the skinny part with your left hand, or right hand if you're left-handed. And then you bring it around the back side, so that it's like so. And then bring the wide side over the top, so that it is behind the area that you've been making a knot so far. Like that. And then pull it all the way down. After that, bring it around the top again. And then tuck it back behind and bring it over the top. At this point you'll see that you've been kind of making a little sort of loop, and you can then tuck it into that loop like that. After that you pull the wider side down all the way to the bottom, and at this point you're probably thinking you're close to being done with tying the tie. However, sometimes, as the depressing picture might show, that's not the case. Every now and then you're going to have your wider side a little bit shorter than the long side, so you have to undo it, go back to step 2, redo the whole thing after you've adjusted, giving yourself a little more slack or less depending on that. So now that we have the tie at about the belt level, you will go ahead and go to the final step, which is putting the collar down and double checking to make sure it's good. You want to make sure that the tie is actually completely covered by the collar, because sometimes it sticks out and annoys people, like when you have your tag sticking out the back of the t-shirt. So, in conclusion, we have gone over the steps of tying the tie, which is putting up the collar, sitting the tie down, putting it over, around, over the top, pulling down, around, here, through the loop, tightening it, making sure it's at the belt level, which it is, and then putting the collar down